Take two. Dr. Brooks, let us know more about, you mentioned before the Fireman Olympics. Tell us about that. I've never heard of Fireman Olympics before.
Oh, the Fireman Olympics. Yeah, they would have it every summer. But it was like fire and police.
Okay.
So fire and police from all over would come to, I think last one I remember was Irvine, but they would be at different places.
Okay.
And so the most athletic fire and police and all of the track and field.
So do you guys only run, or do you do other things? Or
Oh yeah, they had basketball, LA City Gold. They won gold.
Okay.
That year, as a matter of fact, my nephew was on the job then. And he had played basketball,
Okay.
and they had just won gold, and so we had to run and get them because our track event was coming up.
Nice.
It was called the Relay Medley.
Okay.
So it was like 100 meters, 100 meters,
Okay.
or 200 and 400 meters.
Wow.
So it was a relay medley, like that.
Wow.
So the first guy ran 100, second guy ran 100, I
Yes.
ran the 200,
Okay.
and my nephew ran the 400.
Once around. Okay, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I run track. That's, wow. How was that experience?
Oh man, it was the best because, you know, we were anxious. It was the first time we ever
Yes.
ran together.
Okay.
And my nephew was playing basketball. So they had just won and we had to run to the gym to go get him because our event was coming up. So he's now finished playing basketball. We got to get him on the track. So anyway, bam, the gun fires off, 100 first, the second 100, I'm running the 200. I'm coming on curve, I'm just going hand it off. And my nephew went around the 400 meters all the way, and we took first place. We set a record.
Really? You set a record?
Set a whole new firefighter's record.
Wow.
And it was surprising to me because my nephew had never ran the 400 meters, and he just finished playing basketball.
What?
Well, at least he was warmed up.
Now you guys pass a baton, like running.
Yeah, he still passed the
Oh,
time.
okay, like a relay, but relay with different actual meets. So
And this was years ago, so he ran a 50 flat, which was really good.
50 flat, 400.
Yeah, this was like in 1980.
That's exceptional.
Yeah, and I would never
400,
run it.
Once around the track,
Yeah.
50 seconds. That's
And once he did it, he said, "Oh man, now I know how to run it." He said, "I can run it faster now." But
wow, that's awesome.
that's how we did it.
Well, so the Fireman Olympics, Fireman, 32 years you served. Now you retired 15 years. But tell us about when you were in the actual fireman. You had a little facility, and you mentioned you had counsel people and everything. And you started a product. Tell us about your product you started. How long
Yeah.
was that?
So I had products. I had an office in Eagle Rock where I was a firefighter.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, I got an apartment in Eagle Rock.
Oh, okay.
So I was always able to get the overtime there because if somebody called in sick, I was right around the corner.
There you go, smart.
And I had an office there, and so that's why I would see firefighters or the wives or whatever.
Okay.
Or people would come and I would just do a consultation. And I had some products there, but you know, I would get an overtime day, so I would cancel the appointment and go do the overtime.
The fireman and come back and
Yeah, right. So people wanted to have access to the products,
Okay.
even while I was at work. So that's how I wound up getting to Inglewood. A friend of mine had a place up the street here, so I put my products
Okay.
in her place and gave her a percentage for people to just come and buy them there.
Nice. Isn't
Like
it?
that.
Very
But shortly after we made the deal, she wanted to get more money. So I was like, we just made the deal. And she said, oh, well, you can afford more. So I said, okay. And she thought I was going to do it. So I took my products and just left.
And now we're here, and you're actually.
Now we're here, yeah. 23 years here in
Now
Inglewood.
tell us where we're at. I know where I'm at, but tell people where we're at right now.
We're at 1210 North La Brea in Inglewood, California. Like a couple of miles from LAX.
And the name of your actual.
Oh, Roots Nutrition and Fitness Studio. But our website is rootsnutrition.com.
Yes.
But I bought the building. I was across the street in 2002 when we started. And then I bought the building in 2007.
Great.
So we've been here now and it's 2025 and
Wow.
things are getting better every day.
I'll tell you, a beacon of the community, Dr. Brooks. So you also have, as well as your products, you have a book. You have a wonderful book, Body Intelligence by Dr. Romeo Brooks PhD. I love this book. I've had it for years when I first met him at AC Green's basketball camp. And he signed it for me, and I have a page I want to read and have him elaborate a little bit more on. It's in his book. It's on page 70 and 71. It's 2 paragraphs. It reads, exercise is key. Start with an amount that is easy to perform, advance gradually, and increase slowly, which we talked about earlier. Muscles should be contracted to their fullest extent in joints, should be carried through their full range of motion. Place great demands upon your body within reasonable limits. Exercise until you are fatigued. Last paragraph, page 71. Every part of your body should be exercised as vigorously as possible every day. The secret to exercise longevity is to choose exercises that are comfortable and safe, that you enjoy, that suit your lifestyle, and that you will follow throughout your life. At 70 years young, Dr. Brooks, can you please elaborate more? Wonderful book, by the way. You got to pick it up. The back of the book has a picture there. Dr. Brooks, Body Intelligence. Tell us more about that. But I just read.
Yeah, absolutely. Exercise is key. It really is. Movement is key.
Movement is key.
That's the whole thing. As a matter of fact, the medical field says that aging is a decline in mitochondrial function. The mitochondria are the energy-producing cells in the body.
Okay.
So I always think an abundance of energy is an abundance of health. Sickness and disease.
One more time, abundance of what?
An abundance of energy is an abundance of health.
Key.
Sickness and disease is an energy crisis. And the total absence of energy is called death. There is none. So everyone's vacillating between some energy or little energy, back and forth. And so that should be the key to tell you need to produce more energy.
Yes.
So when the medical field says that aging is a decline in mitochondrial function, my question is, why do the mitochondria decline? And it's because of inactivity. You don't use it. Everybody knows, use it or lose it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the 21st century now, sitting is the new smoking. We just stopped moving altogether.
I'm gonna get up there.
Yeah. We used to run and play till the street lights came on, we're full of activities, and then, the country came up with No Child Left Behind,
Yeah, I heard
thinking they're gonna study, and No Child Left Behind made everyone even lazy. Now there's no PE, and kids got lazier and bigger. I mean, when I was a kid, it was one kind of maybe overweight kid. But now, they're all overweight, and it's all because of inactivity. So when I say exercise is key, movement is life. Movement is medicine, your legs are your longevity. I'm telling you, if you don't move, and I can talk about sitting, you lose muscular strength, you increase body fat, your lungs actually shrink.
Wow.
You can lose 20% of your lung capacity by the time you're 40 years old. And you continue to lose even more than that. So that's why you'll see you get out of breath and it scares you. But then your bones thin out. You fight osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, and then your heart gets weaker and stiffer. So imagine all that happening at the same time gradually. You lose muscular strength, you increase body fat, your lungs shrink, your bones thin out, and your heart gets weaker and stiffer. Well, what are your organs going to do? If that's happening with you, what's happening with your cells, tissues, and organs? They're getting weak. They're increasing more fat. Their oxygen uptake is lower. Your bones are thinner, and your bones have to do with it. If your bones are weak, you can fall and break a hip. As a matter of fact, 30% of the people over 65 years old that fall and break a hip or a femur, they're dead a year from that day.
Really? Why is that happening?
Because they may get the hip replacement, but they become more and more inactive. They literally, I've seen it on the job. They literally go from a cane to the walker to the wheelchair to the grave.
Don't want that.
Can you see the inactivity? Well, with the cane, they're walking, and it's just too much weight on that one arm. So they get a walker, so at least they can distribute the weight over two arms. But then that gets to be too much, so they go to the wheelchair. Once they go to the wheelchair, they just decline. They just degenerate. The next step is the grave. It's called sedentary death syndrome.
So how can people out there who aren't as active, how can they prevent what you just explained and gave a great example of? How can they avoid that? What advice would you give at 70 years young? The gentleman can do one-handed push-up, ladies and gentlemen. One-handed push-up. He runs every morning. He'll share, but what advice would you give to people to avoid what you just shared?
Yeah, walk. You can start walking. You got to use your legs. And up hills. I mean, everybody's thinking, 10,000 steps. Get your 10,000 steps in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good to have that in mind, but just 10,000 steps is not going to really give you the strength that you need.
Really?
You'll get some cardiorespiratory fitness.
So what gives you strength in your legs?
How about walking up some steps, up and down?
Okay.
How about walking up? Okay, if you're going to get your 10,000 steps, how about walking through a mountainous neighborhood or whatever?
Get outside.
Or hilly streets or something like that.
Okay.
Or, like I said, sit up, and sit down. There's one thing that I really love, and you really probably have to build up to it, but I call it get up and get down.
Get up and get down.
Get up and get down. You know, you're standing up. You're standing up, maybe in your living room, wherever you are, and then you get down on the floor and lay down flat on your back. And so you have to use your legs to let you down. You have to use your abs and core to lay back.
Okay.
And then you got to use your abs to curl back up. You got to use the legs to stand back up. Then you go back down and lay down on your stomach. So you let your arms let you down, but then you got to push your arms, get back up, and then lay down and back on your back. Stand up. So you stand up on your back, go down, stand up on your stomach. Get back up, stand up on the ground, back in your stomach.
So right now we'll take a moment, if you don't mind, to show us what that looks like. And then he also has a jumper in his facility. His facility is rented out for activity. You also have your, what are they called?
Trampoline.
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 So do you mind showing us, is that okay to get here?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
We can do
We're going
that.
to move right now. Dr. Brooks is going to move and have you do the get up and...
We're going to have a physical demonstration.
Yes, we are. Okay.
Okay, here we are. So you're just standing in your living room, your den, family room, wherever you are. And all you're going to do is get down. So you're going to get down and lie down on your back. You got to use your legs, you got to use your abs, your core, lay down flat. Then you got to use the core, stand up, get back up. Once you get back up, you got to get back down again. Lay down, push up, got to get back up. Get back up, stand up, get back down again.
How many of these should you do?
I'll tell you exactly how many. Get back up,
Okay.
stand up, and get back down again. You see how you work every muscle group just doing that? And get back up. Now I say you can do that for 30 seconds and then rest for 30. And do it for 30 and rest for 30 and do that 10 times, which is 10 minutes. But if you have to, you can do it for 30 seconds and rest for a minute. Whatever recovery you need to start there. But then after that, it'll get easier and easier.
Wonderful.
But it'll change you in a short time.
Really want to show them the jumper here?
Oh, the trampoline?
Yeah, trampoline. The facility.
Now, people that are older and fragile, I love the trampoline. I mean, NASA did all the research. We live in this ocean called gravity. So gravity is always exerting itself on us, right? So gravity, think about it. You know, to get up out of bed, you got to overcome gravity. To get up out of the chair, you overcome gravity. If you bend over and pick something up, you have to resist gravity. But when you go into space, it's zero gravity. My head is cut off.
Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, but anyway, when you go into space, it's zero gravity. So astronauts were losing 15% of their muscle and bone mass while they were in space because it was zero gravity. So NASA was trying to figure out what can they do to replenish that and rebuild that in the shortest time possible. So they did it with the trampoline because you get the gravitational forces of acceleration. Think when you're in your car and you step on the gas really fast, the force that pulls you backwards is called acceleration. When you hit brakes, it's called deceleration. Well, when you put it in a vertical plane, you have acceleration, you have deceleration, and now you add in the normal force of gravity. So you literally have 3 G-forces exerting themselves on every single cell in the body. And that's what makes everything, tightens every cell in the body. I mean, your liver, kidney, spleen, gallbladder, pancreas, your ovaries, your uterus, your testicles, every cell, tissue, and organ contracts every time you bounce up and down. And you can get a bar and hold on to it if you need to. But I sprint on it.
Really?
And my kids, yeah. Because
Wow.
I think sprinting signals your body and hormones that you're fit for survival. So just
Wow.
do like this.
Woo! Look at that. Love it, love
You
it.
sprint, you catch your breath, and sprint and catch your breath. I'm telling you.
70 years young, ladies and gentlemen, 70 years young.
It literally changes everything. But if you can't do anything, get one of these and bounce. It'll make every cell in your body contract. But I love sprinting because sprinting signals your body and hormones that you're fit for survival. And because we don't have to run from lions and tigers and bears anymore or chase after anything to eat. So we get it from the cows, go to the kitchen, get something to eat and sit back down. Horrible. We've lost our physiological heritage. And so sprinting again, I mean, you probably won't be able to do that, but at least you can bounce repeatedly and build your strength from there. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly. Now let's show them, let's go ahead and walk and show them your products. So we're
Oh,
going to
sure.
walk and show us products now, okay? Same facility. These are his products here.
These are products here. It's like, you know, we're not like some big company selling you all kinds of unnecessary supplements made in a laboratory or anything like that. And it's really to increase your energy. It's really to increase blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow. You know, most people don't think about it, but like I was saying earlier, energy is the commodity of health. And so if you want that energy, you have to feed your cells. Most people eat for flavor and taste or to feed their bellies. They don't need to feed 100 trillion cells. And so just because you put food in your mouth, your cells could be starving. So we have a nutritional powder that feeds your cells. We have other things that clean you out, because the culture says you are what you eat, which is good, it sounds good, but my contention is you're more than just what you eat. You are what you don't eliminate. If it's not eliminated, it's accumulated. And if it's accumulated, now you've got problems. You know, what's a heart attack? It's constipated coronary arteries. So we kind of relegate constipation to the colon. We don't think about it on a cellular level. So your cells can be constipated. Your tissues can be constipated. Now the organ can be constipated.